Wednesday morning, KSJE, you're listening to the Scott Michlin Morning Program, and now is the time we take our weekly trip to the Encouragement Lab, and that's where Communications Professor Dr. Mike Hattabaugh is standing by via Skype this morning. Dr. Hattabaugh, happy Halloween and nice costume.
Trick or treat.
There you go.
I wear this every day. This is my lab coat.
That's your lab,
my lab costume.
Outfit, that's true. I'm wearing my Scott Michlin costume. How's it look?
Yeah. I've seen some of your costumes.
Yeah, okay.
You're good.
That's right. Thank you.
So it's time to break out that Christmas suit you got, right?
It's almost time for the Christmas suit. Today, the Halloween suit is showing itself, so don't worry. We're covered. But yeah. So today, our topic is check the wind. I'm trying to see the connection between that and communication. Not break the wind.
It's not break the wind.
No,
it's
thank
check
you.
The wind.
Okay. What does that mean?
Well, here's the deal: is I'm a sailor. I like sailing. I was watching a documentary on the other day, and I love watching boats. It's an amazing feeling to be on a sailboat with the wind pushing you, sometimes into the wind,
right,
sometimes downwind, sometimes across from the wind.
Let me just point out for folks who are watching us this morning, there's a nice blueprint of a sailboat behind your head this morning that we can see in the Encouragement Lab. It's right there. So.
Love my sailboat.
Right.
So here's the deal. We're not going to talk a lot about sailing other than to say that it really matters in sailing which way the wind's going.
Sure.
It's really, really important. And guess what? It's also important in your life, in your business, in your relationships, in your family to check the wind. Because sometimes you're going into a headwind, it's blowing against you, and you kind of lean into it, and you get frustrated because you feel like you aren't going anywhere, and you just feel the force of that wind, right?
Right. Okay.
And other times you turn around and the wind's blowing that way and I'm going that way with the wind. And there's times when you go with the wind that's in sailing it's kind of wild because when you go with the wind, your boat starts to match the wind speed. And all of a sudden you feel like you're not going anywhere. It's like the boat's standing still in your mind, but really you're traveling really fast because you're going the speed of the wind.
Interesting.
And then sometimes the wind's coming this way and you got to go, straight away from it. And that's when you see those pictures of sailboats that are like leaned over. That's usually when they're doing that. It's when they're going sideways for the wind, and you're going somewhere, but it's like, man, it's a struggle and it's a fight. So what does that mean? Well, when you're dealing with a problem, you got to ask yourself, am I going with the wind or against the wind, or am I going kind of sideways against it? And then make your decisions based on that, not based on what you feel is happening in the moment. That's what's important about checking the wind, is that really matters, and it's often those are the decisions that we make when we don't take the time to think about the environment that we're in, that we end up making bad decisions.
Interesting. And again, and that sounds very, very smart to be able to kind of check the wind, check the conditions, see what's going on around you, especially if you're making a really important decision, whether it's financial or relationship-wise or work-wise or what have you, correct?
Great example. So here's the deal. So like if you bought a house in 2007 at the peak of the housing market,
yes,
if you had to check the wind a little harder, you'd have realized that, wow, houses are at an all-time high. Do I really want to buy a house here? Because if I do and the prices go down, I'm going to be stuck with it. And a lot of people did that. Now, understandable. At the time, it was like, oh, they're only going to go higher. But you have to put everything in context and go, can I afford right now to make this decision if there's a chance that it's going to go this way? So now that's one area is in finance. But like I said, in relationships as well, is sometimes it seems like, well, we're not fighting. Does that mean we don't care anymore? When actually you're going downwind. Things are great.
Right.
You're moving really fast, but it just feels like there's no stress because there's not. So don't create stress, enjoy it, and go, okay, no, things are going good. I want to keep going that way.
Very good advice. As always, Dr. Hattabaugh, thank you so much.
Yeah, check the wind. Don't break it. Check it.
Okay, very good. And you're going to go out trick-or-treating later on tonight?
Exactly. I love candy.
Okay, all right, very good. Thank you very much. That's Dr. Mike Hattabaugh. He is with us every Wednesday from, where else? The Encouragement Lab right here on KSJE Farmington.